Yo, it's your boy Marcus from Morsini back from the video. Today we're going to be talking about COD mobile settings from your boy. I'm a thumbs player. I'm not the best thumbs player, but I'm going to put in the title that I am the best thumbs player because I don't know how you can actually figure out who is the best thumbs player. So, me being one, I'm going to go ahead and say that. That being said, I don't know. Here, just going over some settings. I am not a settings guy. I don't really cover settings like that. I'm not super into the data and analytics of how to get things to be as best as humanly possible in this way with COD Mobile. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. It's not me. I'm not like JGod or something on console. So here I have very simple settings. I haven't really changed them in the last 5 years. I can't remember if I made a settings video a while back or not, or whenever. I don't know. I never cover settings. I never think about them. I never really change them. I made one short on how to change the flashbang color because that was affecting me. And other than that, I haven't really messed with settings. But I did get a comment about settings, so I figured I'd cover them again. So here, I'm just going to scroll through a lot of them. The main thing is the HUD layout. The rest of the settings are pretty basic. I haven't changed hardly anything outside of the sensitivity and the FOV in 5 years. So if anything, it did need to be changed, or if they've added more. There's a ton of settings in this game. Like, you could go around for a week straight just like fiddling with every different setting because there's so many. So I don't really know how to, perfect what's the best, what's not, what's good, what's bad, whatever. That being said, we're going to kind of walk you through here what I use as a thumbs player. Strictly thumbs for multiplayer. Never really pull my index finger on top and play 3-finger. So fire button, and then right above it is the crouch. You can see that highlighted in yellow. Slightly off the screen, directly to the right of the highlighted crouch button, is an ADS button. Strictly for ADSing. My phone is, so I don't know if y'all noticed, but my phone, like the way the gameplay is recorded, cuts off the edges. That's just how it is. It's always been that way. You can go back to any of my previous videos with this phone, you can see that. So that's just something to note. That's why that jump button is cut in half. There's no other buttons that you're missing over there, and on the left side there's nothing that you're missing. You'll be able to see everything that I'll be covering. So the main thing here, the slide button, I do everything with that. I hold it to go prone, I tap it to slide, and I tap it to crouch, pretty much. It just depends on if I'm moving or not, whether I slide or crouch. I slide in every gunfight, so every gunfight I take, I try to slide into. Either I'm sliding, I'm drop shotting, or jumping, or something. Something's happening mid-gunfight. I'm usually not just popping up and shooting in a gunfight. Especially if they're shooting at me first or something. So just remember that if you're taking gunfights, you know what I mean? I always suggest sliding. Sliding is the easiest one to use. It's very effective. It works all the time. Helps you get into a strafe. Strafing's very good. That's what I do. I strafe like crazy. That's my thing. I love like the agile stock on any gun. You know what I mean? The MX-9 with an agile stock, something like that. Strafing's amazing. So highly suggest that for your gameplay. Anyway, that's just me as a thumbs player. If you're not a thumbs player, ignore this. This isn't for you. If you're not a thumbs player, do me a favor and see if you can find the execution button on my screen. I have no idea where it's at. Haven't been able to find it. I don't want to reset my whole layout. I don't have time for that. So if you do see the execute button anywhere on my screen, let me know, because maybe I'm blind. That being said, let's cover some of the other positionings and things here. I got reloading right here below my fire button. That fire button also ADSs. As you can see by looking at it, you can have that ADS symbol in there as well. Got a grenade, you know what I mean? That just for throwing nades. All your weaponry right here to your left. Mythics that you drop if you have mythics right above it. And then your streaks directly to the left of that. Right, kind of want that stuff out of the way. Mainly the streaks, because the streaks I don't really want out of the way. I do kind of get them a lot, you know what I mean, when I'm playing ranked and stuff like that. So it's not really, it just depends. There is probably a better placement for it as a thumbs player, but I feel like that's fine. I just deal with it. I've never like accidentally hit my streak and use it. That never happens. So, that's just how I look at it. As you can see from the top left corner over here where I'm highlighting the scoreboard and stuff, I like all that stuff jumbled up. I mean, it doesn't always have stuff popped up there. You know what I mean? The kill feed's not always 3 stacks. Sometimes just one person dying. The main thing is that you need to see the score and you need to see the time. Those are the two main things you need to see when you're playing, when you look up there. So maybe put that center screen. I know a lot of people who play on iPad, they put that right in the middle of the screen, a little bit bigger, and make it easy to see. So I don't blame them. That's a good idea. Me personally, I'm so I don't know, is it console brained when you think of it? Because like console, the minimap's always like top right corner, top left corner, whatever it comes out as in the game. Like I always put it there. So like I've had this same setup for so long. This is just what I do. I don't care that it might be more optimal to put it somewhere else. I'm so used to playing this exact same way for so long that I'm not changing it. Go screw yourself if you think I should. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? That's just my I'm old head brained or whatever you want to call it. That being said, here with this double specialist, that's if you have that specialist that can, or that wild card that gives you two specialists. That's why they're sitting right next to each other. Normally it's up top where that one is by itself and a little bit bigger. That's where I normally put it. Everything else pretty self-explanatory for the settings. These other buttons like throwing back grenades, this wall hopping button, the flashlight, all this other stuff. I don't even know what this is. It's like BR stuff in here, and I don't know. No, this isn't the BR HUD layout because the BR HUD layout looks different. I don't know what all these other buttons are. I don't use them. They must not pop up all the time. Not something that particularly pertains to me as a thumbs player. Mainly, literally the buttons I push in like a respawn game is just sliding and shooting and reloading. That's like my entire game. I'll throw a specialist out there twice a game, and I'll throw nades out every time I spawn it. And that's it. That's like all the buttons I push. You know what I mean? Aiming with my right thumb and moving with my left thumb down there, bottom left corner. It's very faint and faded. That way you don't see it. All of these buttons, by the way, are faint. The opacity is down. The ones that don't have the opacity down that you can very clearly see, those are not usually on my screen. That's why the opacity hasn't been changed. All the buttons that are normally on my screen, the opacity has been changed so that you can see the gameplay clearer. That's why I did that. You can see that. My phone screen is cracked to, the utmost degree. It's so cracked everywhere. So I can't see, but you can see. So that's what matters. So just wanted to cover that. That being said, we kind of covered all of the things. I don't really see anything that I'm missing in here. I don't know what that left to right hand gun thing is. Maybe that's so you can shoot left-handed. I forgot that they put that in this game a while back. It's kind of stupid. I don't really care for it. But I don't know if I really covered it. So maybe I should do something about that. Here, getting into the settings, graphic quality, frame rate. I always play on low for all that good stuff. Anytime I play on medium, my phone starts to heat up. And then, it starts cooking, like Warzone mobile style. And if I play on high or max, I'm going to the hospital because my fingers will be burning. So I don't do that. Everybody else is different. I get it. You have better phones. You have whatever. Me personally, I'm playing on the bummy phone or whatever. I don't know. So I can't play on max. I can't play on high. My game will run super slow. Everything will be laggy and it sucks to play. Yes, the game will look phenomenal, right? When I'm looking at the game looks amazing on max and high graphics. I can't play on that. It's bad. Saw my FOV there if you're watching. I don't have gyroscope. Yeah, just kind of some things that people use. I don't like gyroscope. I know people like doing that. I don't really care for it. Like it feels weird. And a lot of times, like I'm like laying down with my arms in the pillows playing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not moving the phone up and down so I can aim. I don't like that. So I don't do that. But I understand people who do, you know what I mean? If you take it more seriously and it's more beneficial for recoil control to, kind of slightly angle the phone down. I totally understand it, totally get it as a thumbs player. Me personally as a thumbs player, don't need that. But I can understand why that would be beneficial. You know what I mean? I just feel like little tiny twitch movements, you know what I mean? Like if I'm freezing cold in my room because I refuse to turn off the fan, next thing you know, that's going to affect me. And that would be kind of weird, I feel like. I say that because that literally happened like last night. So that being said, graphic quality, frame rate, we already talked about that. I think most of this stuff is pretty simple here. I don't remember what setting it was to change the color of the flashbang. That was probably the last time I covered any sort of settings, but you can go to that short and figure it out. I know you could change it from white to gray to black. Highly suggest you change it out of white. White is so painfully annoying to look at and deal with. So change it to any other color. Most of the time you get hit with a flashbang nowadays in COD Mobile with some sort of pay to win one. So it's not even white. That being said, Here's the BR side. I have no idea what is going on over here. There's the execute button highlighted right there. I don't know where that's at on the other screen for multiplayer, but here in BR, I got it right there. So at least there's that. Well, overall, I feel like if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below in regards to settings and what to do and what the best options are for other people playing with 3 and 4 fingers. You know, I'm not necessarily as aware. There's a lot of content creators out there that do play 3 and 4 fingers and would have better layouts and setups for those types of things. I would try to play like as comfortable as possible is what I think of when I look at that, because when you look at 3 and 4 finger setups, you know, my main problem with it is it's very uncomfortable to pull those other 2 fingers up. That's just me. Other people are different. Good for you guys. Just not how I like to play. I like to play thumbs and situate my HUD things to that play style, because that's just more suitable for me. I feel like playing longer amounts of time is easier when you are playing with thumbs than like 3 or 4 fingers. I assume once you get used to it, it's different. That being said, that pretty much covers all of the layouts and things of that nature. I think there are some adjustments I could make to improve this in terms of like, I don't know, making it easier so I don't ever hit the same button or anything like that. I never have that problem now, so it's probably honestly fine. Probably perfected it at this point. It's been 6 years, like, you know what I mean? That being said, going with the other settings like basic controls, graphics, sensitivity, I think that's something you really got to figure out on your own. Like, you can copy everybody else's and then kind of fine tune it from there, right? Because if you go changing all your settings to what somebody posts in the video, you're going to feel way off compared to what you're used to. And then you're going to hop in and it's going to be really, really weird. So maybe just kind of fine tune from where you currently are. That being said, let's talk about some stats. I don't know if this was like, I'm going to title this video #1 thumbs player. I don't even know if that matters, but that's what I'm going to title it. So I just showed this at the end and I was like, you know what? I don't even know if this matters, but I feel like this is low. I've only played 3,900 matches and I've been playing this game since it came out, and I've been playing BR every season. You know what I mean? I feel like that's pretty low. A lot of BR main people were probably well over, like they're at 10K. Right, but me personally, I'm not there. I have 33K multiplayer games. That's only going up, right? I'm still working on the road to Diamond. I got like there'll be another probably 7,000 games added to that just for grinding guns to Diamond, I think. So that being said, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. It's been your boy Marcus from Morstini. I'm out of here. Hit the hype button. Peace.